All right, there we go. Got audio. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. We have a fun stream today. We are finally ready for the public release of 2.4.3. We're calling it, let's see, where is it? Reputation and Riches. That's a very fitting name. Let me go ahead and get this over here. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you had a good week. And make the live stream post that we are live. It's a bit quiet day at the virtual office. A lot of people are out doing stuff, getting their weekend started, so I'm here alone to get the live stream going, the live announcement of everything. Today's live stream is purely about the career overhaul release. Let me go ahead and make some adjustments here. There we go. All right, let's dive in. Let's go and get a new career going. This part is the same as usual. And disable the tutorial. I have so many profiles. Welcome everybody to the chat. W80, first place. Congratulations. Followed by Draven in second and Street OS in third place. As far as the first people in the chat. Welcome, welcome. You see Eline, Jake, Shoot the Gap, Benjamin. Chatting a lot about the update. Very exciting. Box to Noobs, nice. RLS mod is so rage baiting when the cops are after me, but I still can't stop playing. That's funny. Yeah, that's the cops do chase. The cops do chase, and I mean, there's a no police mode. You can disable police. That is an option. But man, the city feels empty without it, right? No consequences. Banksy Gaming, welcome to the chat. Wait, is this releasing tonight? It is already out now. In fact, if you go ahead and go to the BeamNG forum page for the mod, it's in the description. The forum page is not updated, but the link is. So if you go ahead and click on the base career overhaul download link, it's going to take you to the latest version that's been released for, honestly, a couple hours, actually. Tristan had to take off early, so he went ahead and did the public release ahead of time. I will update the BeamNG forum page here shortly, maybe towards the end of the live stream. I don't want to bore you guys with that. Let's go ahead and... here we go, we're all loaded in. So we've been changing a lot of little things. One of the little things is I adjusted the collection. It hasn't been out yet or anything like that. I just made a couple of adjustments. We're using the new Skybox mod. It's actually not new, but it's from Car Killer. It's new to me. Shout out to Joe's Junk, for showing us this. I'm going to set the sky to, I don't know, let's do partly cloudy 3. And it's a little light. A little light. I think that works. I think it looks good. Man, games feel so much different. Sorry, the game feels so different after changing the lighting. It is gorgeous. Clown, welcome. Wolf, good to see you. Everybody's piling in. Bella, good to see you. Justin Revs is also here. Man, you guys don't miss, do you? Joke, good to see you. All right. Let's talk about what's new. Is the Skybox mod part of the collection? It will be. It will be. If you want to play with it before it gets added to the collection, you can look it up in the BeamNG repository. It is up there as well. But yeah, it is. I just put it in this week, but it's not ready for a new update for the collection. I just made a couple small adjustments. If you guys are paying attention to the Discord server, we just did a few changes. You might have seen them, you might have not have, as far as structure and reorganization. So we've been busy with that all week, as well as working on our multiplayer stuff. We have a lot of exciting big changes that happened this week, but we can't talk about it yet. More work to be done in that department, but our Discord multiplayer events are about to completely change. Really looking forward to it. All right, so I think the best way to do this is go through the list, because a lot has changed in the last, I think it's been about a month, a little less than a month maybe, since our last public release. So, man, where do we even start? Let's just start with the computer. When we go to the computer, in this free release, you're going to notice a few changes. First being the loans. There's a new tile called loans. You can go and select that. Here you can take out a new loan. You have up to 50,000 on this first loan here. You can just kind of set your terms. Another great way to view this, though, is through your phone app, which has been updated. You now have a loans phone app. Open that up and check out this beautiful UI. Go ahead and choose your bank of choice. Right now, I'm not going to tell you how many banks there are. When you first start out, you'll see one, though. You can open that up, and this is the loan they're offering. They're offering you up to $50,000. You can go and choose the amount you want. You can also type in here if you need to. Again, you can choose your term. That's going to adjust your rate, your per payment amount, your total repay, and well, you shouldn't have any fees right from the rip. You can go ahead and take the loan. We'll go ahead and take it for 4 hours there. You can get a little notification that you have made you have taken out your loan. And you have a little timer here of when your next payment is going to be. So each payment is 5 minutes in between. So we want to make sure you have the minimum payment in your bank account. And now, instead of starting out with 10,000, you can start out with 60,000. There you go. We need to be able to do insurance from your phone. That's a really good idea, Elon. Definitely would be really cool. Definitely on the list. I love that. Hopefully the Yoru is released next week, because a few of my friends want to try it. I'm trying so hard. Every time I look at that car, there's another thing that's like, oh wait, that broke, or that has changed, or that needs to get updated. We are so close to public release. I really hope to upload it to repository. There's a few more things. We got to adjust a few configs. We just noticed an issue with the bumpers and the hood, one of the hoods. Very close. The Yoru is very close, along with race tab. I just fixed a bug last night, actually, with the adjustable box weight and the bull light. So a lot of free public releases right on the horizon, and this is the first one that's going to kick it off. Obviously, Career Overhaul does not go into the repository, but it is free through the BeamNG forum page. You can get it from the GitHub. I'll also post a free version on Patreon for those that like to use Patreon more than GitHub. It'll be the same thing, essentially. All right. Let's go ahead and go on to the next topic. That's pretty much the loans. We got our loan there. Let's take a look at... All right, let's take a look at the vehicle marketplace. It's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big change. You hit vehicle marketplace, you're going to be presented with an entirely new screen. Shout out to Shift Tab, who made the thumbnails. You're going to see a lot of new thumbnails in this update. He has spent weeks getting thumbnails, editing them, adjusting them, making them perfect. So the first thing you're going to notice is available dealerships. You have 9 online and 10 offline. Basically, as you buy vehicles from these dealerships, your reputation or your experience with them is going to increase. And then as you increase your levels with each dealership, you're going to unlock special perks. A lot of the ones that you'll unlock at the next level is going to be allowing you to purchase vehicles straight from this computer screen, right? If you want to see the offline dealerships, you can hit offline down here. Here's all the offline dealerships you'll see. Now, I've noticed a lot of people talk about they're not seeing Joe's Junk. The reason why is because we have moved that so that it will be basically not baked into the collection, because what happens is we end up running an old version of Joe's Junk. Now, as soon as you have the most recent BeamNG repository version of the Joe's Junk mod, it will have this dealership present and full of cars. However, I will say, I did just go looking for it in the BeamNG repository via the game, and I couldn't find it. But for some reason, it is still on the BeamNG like website. So you might have to manually download that and input it. But Joe, if you're watching, you might want to look into your mod. For some reason, it's not showing up on the repository. Okay. Shift Tab is the Lord of Thumbnails. He absolutely is. His thumbnails make me look at my own videos. Came from Born to Race. I don't know who that is or what that you're talking about. Oh, it's Born to Race. Oh, okay. Hey, I'm Ray. Hey, I'm an RLS content creator, and I'm a big fan of your mod pack. I was really excited for the update. Big, huge fan, Brazil. Awesome. Shout out to you. I've never been to Brazil. I've actually never left the country, but I should say my wife is making plans to go to Brazil, and I'll be down there in the other part of the world here pretty soon. So, welcome. Glad you enjoy the mod. Let me know if you have any suggestions or feedback. And for those who don't know Born to Race, go check them out. Let's see. We have... So you can go ahead and select these tiles. Let's say you only want to see Belasco Auto vehicles. Go and select that. Your screen down below, when you scroll, will only show vehicles from Belasco Auto. Let's say you want to include some Bruckle Online, or switch to Bruckle Online only. There you go. You only got Bruckle Online. Now you can go ahead and select that again to have all your vehicles there. You can scroll through there. They will still mark as sold and update. These update like live, right? So you can be looking at this MD series here, and it can be marked as sold while you're looking at it. So just a little more of a FOMO, you know. You might want to pick up your ride if you really want it. Okay. You can still search for vehicles if you want to find a D series. You can find anything that has to do with a D-series. Looks like MD series falls in this category as well. All kinds of different search filters. Let's say you want to sort your vehicles or your listings. There's so many different, we'll call it categories to sort by. Different kind of specs and whatnot. Let's sort by, my favorite is power high to low. Look at that. Kodiak 707 horsepower. I think that mod actually, the info file is incorrect, and it no longer has the 700 horsepower, but I could be wrong. You can also sort by price. Additionally, let's go ahead and clear our search bar here. Back everything out, press enter. We'll go ahead, we'll keep the same sorting. Wow, look at that, drag Savetta from import dealership. We can go ahead and go to filters. You have other ways to filter. You can go ahead and hide your sold vehicles if you're tired of looking at them. You can add different makes you want to search for. You can have a price range. You can go and toggle only things you can afford, so it'll only show you the things that you can afford. We'll lower that price all the way down to 0. Add price. And you have several different pages of different kind of, I guess, filtering, right? So maybe we want a rear-wheel drive for under 60 grand. And yeah, actually we didn't hit select, did we? Add drivetrain. There we go. You want to close that, and there we go. Here's our rear-wheel drive, less than $60,000, sorted by highest horsepower vehicles in the dealership. Now again, these are only showing the ones that you have the ability to purchase from online. If you want to go check out the offline dealerships, you can go ahead and scroll down here, and all you gotta do is click on the dealership. Maybe you want to go to Trusted Auto. Click Trusted Auto and go ahead and hit yes. We want to taxi for $500. Take you right there. So seamless, so quick. All right, so Trusted Auto, one thing you should mention if you go to the view inventory here, your filters all stick. You might get here and be like, hey, there's nothing here. You go ahead and clear your filters. Clear them out. We're still sorted by power, I believe. And there you go. Trusted Auto vehicles. Now, one of the things you're going to notice is the dealerships will also change their inventory based on their levels. So right now we're seeing, let's see, about 10 trusted auto vehicles. As you get into higher levels, you're going to see higher inventory counts. I know trusted auto is going to start to have higher value vehicles show up. And things like dealership fees and taxes, other things like that may change. It just depends on the dealership. So each dealership kind of has more of a personality, right? Let's go ahead and... Oh, look, one just updated. We got a windover that just hit the lot. We're going to take that. So here we have no sales tax. We should have only $1,000 of fees. When you're purchasing your vehicle, one really cool thing, we're going to kind of segue into insurance, is you can adjust your insurance policy, or at least change it. You can choose to have no insurance or your whatever insurance. We're going to go no insurance. We're going to risk it a little bit. Purchase this for $6,000. I smell a no texture. It looks like we're missing that texture. So I'll be honest, I did, my game's my game's funny right now. So mind the no texture. This could be a me thing. It may not be the mod makers of this thing, but I could be wrong. Let's go ahead and crank this up. Oh, that's a Joe's Junk, or that's a trusted auto. That's a high mileage torque converter if I've ever felt one. Overall, the car feels pretty good. That transmission is sloppy though. Holy cow. I like the spoiler on this though. A Jeep box truck is wild. It is wild, isn't it? I mean, other than box truck things, I don't know exactly what you would do with that. Updated new version, but my vehicle dealership menu looks the same. Am I supposed to do something special for the pictures to come up? You need to make sure you installed it correctly. So make sure you have disabled your old one or removed your old one. Make sure the new one is enabled, and it should be there. The no texture is from the mod. Oh, that's a bummer. It's a bummer. Thanks for letting me know. It might be the paint. I mean, we gotta remember too that paint, like, look how matte this is. You know what I mean? That's so cool that you get a high mileage vehicle and the paint comes matte, kind of old. I love it. I love this game. It's so good. Still a steal power-wise? Yeah, oh, absolutely. 300 horsepower for $6,000. And one thing we can do is we have a lot of money left over from our loan. We can go ahead and pay some of that back. If you take a look, actually in 30 seconds we're about to make a payment. Let's just wait so I can show you what that looks like. Then we'll go ahead and pay off some loan. Whoa, whoa, what's going on? Everyone's crazy. 2.4.3 is definitely out. Good, good, good. I believe it is out as well. I let normally about retry. Yeah, give it another shot. Just make sure you put it in your mods folder. Just keep it zipped. Make sure you get rid of your old one. And then make sure it's enabled. 300 horsepower for 6K is broken. I don't know. It also has 300,000 miles on it. Here, watch this. I'm gonna absolutely mash on the gas. Ready? There's 60. I don't know. It probably felt like a long time I wasn't talking. That's how long it took to get to 60. Obviously, we can't control everybody's mods and whatnot, but are we really gonna get a ticket for this? Are we getting pulled over? You don't want me, do you? I'm just stopping at the light here. We're probably getting a ticket. We're just gonna take it. Here we go. No insurance, fine tripled. So if you don't run insurance, you definitely have a bit more of a penalty. That also reminds me, we don't have insurance. I'm glad we didn't wreck this along the way. Ghostbuster, I know what I'm playing this weekend. Heck yeah. The high mileage decreases performance? Yeah, heavily. Heavily. Yeah, so I did a Bastion, right? So I had a Bastion like V6 all-wheel drive automatic. And I did a test where I had a brand new one, and I also had one of the same exact config with 100,000 miles on it. Bought them both, took them to the drag strip, and the 100K mileage one was 2/10 slower in the quarter mile, which is kind of significant if you think about it. 2/10 slower, and that's just 100,000 miles. So it would probably pay to replace some of these high mileage parts, like the engine or transmission, maybe suspension. Luckily, we have made it safely to our Chinatown garage, except we just hit our bumper. But let's pretend we didn't make it safely. Here we go. Had a bit of an accident there. Let's go and look at the repairs. But before we do that, I want to open up the phone. Did we pay our loan? We did. So our loan balance is lower. We go and click on that loan. We can go ahead and prepay some. Let's go ahead and take 10,000 off. Prepay that. So now our loan's a bit lower. We're going to pay less interest. And where is... Go back here. So you can enable or disable loan notifications. So when you start missing payments, you're going to get a big, scary red box. You can basically disable and enable that notification there. All right, so let's hop out because we perfectly parked our car. And we got it home. Let's go and look at the repair screen because remember, we don't have insurance. We go to repair. No way. Oh my gosh. I totally forgot that this was a high mileage vehicle and the value is so low. So effectively what you're seeing now is the current value of the vehicle is $0. Whereas the total value could have been $6,000. That's about what we bought it for. If you go to repair, you're going to see that we have only one private repair option. We don't have the option for all the insurance repairs because again, we don't have insurance on the vehicle. And now we're paying $9,000 for this private repair. Kind of funny. In this case, we'd say, well, do we want to sell it or do we want to just pay the private repair? Now we're putting more money than the car is worth, so effectively it's totaled, but we have the decision to do private repair. We're going to go ahead and do that. And it's going to take 6 minutes. Probably should have done a few other things. So let's buy another car real quick. That's so funny. Let's go ahead and sort by price. So we're going to clear the sort. Filter by price of only things we can afford. Add that to our categories there, and then we'll sort by price, low to high. Okay, there's a lot of Joe's junk stuff. We're gonna ignore those for now. Let's go get something maybe close by. These are private import dealerships. We're gonna have really big fees on them. I guess we're gonna have to go. Let's just go with this little thing, little Maestro. Go ahead and taxi over to the private dealership. This does take a second sometimes, but don't worry, you'll get there. We're going to go ahead and purchase this. We're going to take it with the insurance this time. There we go. Now, because we have the daily driver insurance, by default, it has 2 free tows. So we're going to use one of them to get back to the Chinatown garage. Now, if we look at our repair screen, we have the other options of quick repair and standard repair. Of course, these will affect your policy scores and percentages. You still always have that private repair option, though, if you want to run that. I will say, if you do get enough damage to effectively total out your car, insurance will not pay for your car. They will offer you money for your car, just like real life. If we go to our insurance policy screen, okay, you see we have one vehicle that's not insured. We have one vehicle that is. Here's our renewal cost. So insurance is now per vehicle. It's by vehicle. So if we go ahead and click on our Mistral here, we're going to go ahead and hit, I guess we hit view. Here's what our insurance is currently at. A couple of key points of information. We can go ahead and hit edit. We can start making adjustments here. Maybe we want the repair time to be 5 minutes. That's going to save us some money. Let's do that renewal period every 30 minutes because we want to get paid every 10 minutes or lose money every 10 minutes. Maybe we want to lose money every 30 minutes. That does ramp up the cost, but you got to understand too, you're paying less often, so you're paying more. Your totaled out percentage, how much is the insurance company going to give you for your car? Right now it's set to 50%. They're going to give you half the value of the car. You can set it to 100%, and then if you total out your car, they will give you the full value of that car. Or you can do 25. Maybe you don't really expect to get a lot out of it anyways. And change the number of tows that you get, free tows per renewal cycle. So maybe we'll get 10 tows every renewal cycle. Of course, to apply paint when repairing, quick repair, sure. And then our deductible, how much is our deductible? How much is our percentage of what we pay for the repairs and such? So lots of customizations there. This is now going to be $3,400 every 30 minutes. I'm going to apply those changes. And we now have our one vehicle at $30,000 for every 30 minutes. Once you have more vehicles and insurance, this will total up to give you a fair representation of how much money you're going to be losing every so often. But yeah, it's a super pretty screen. Multiplayer career soon. You know, if I had $1 for every comment that I got about that, we would probably have multiplayer. No, one day, hopefully, but probably not this year. Probably not this year. All right, so that's a lot about insurance. Is our other card done? We had 2 minutes on it, and we cannot expedite because, again, this is private repair, and we have no insurance, no expediting. Maybe this will be a good time to talk about all the bugs that were fixed before we look into our last feature. Oh, actually, before we do that, let's go ahead. Let's take a little trip. So, when you start out, you have that $50,000 loan, right? There is a way to increase how much a line of credit or how much the bank is willing to loan you. If you go ahead and head over to the bank, which is over here, and we'll peel our way there, you can do effectively jobs for the bank to increase your reputation with the bank and thus increasing your loan caps as well as bettering your loan interest rates. So you can withdraw, you can take a loan, a higher loan at a lower interest rate. So to do that, you would go ahead and hop out here at the bank. When you grab bank, you inspect the cargo, and you'll see that you have some loaner vehicles here. Go ahead and borrow one. That's interesting. Is it because we have 2 cars? Surely our car's not in the way. I have seen that before. Okay, I guess we were in the way. Oh, I think there's an AI traffic in the way of where the truck is supposed to spawn. So you can go ahead and loan out a truck. At level 2, you get a higher capacity truck, but we'll go ahead and take this one. And this has a special cash cargo box that allows you to do cargo deliveries for the bank. So effectively, you'll be going around and delivering, call it cash products, I guess, for lack of a better word. You can go ahead and click this materials delivery. We have not taken off the level 5 unlock screen. I don't know if we ever will. I took a look into it, couldn't figure it out, and moved on. You can still click on it. You can either choose to get coins or cash. Coins are heavier, but they also reward higher, and cash is lighter. Now, however, it depends on what you want to do here, because this isn't really a real profitable way of, I guess, making money. It's more about gaining the reputation with the bank. So we just accepted that we're going to deliver a little bit of cargo. We're going to go ahead and first pick up the cash, which is on the other side of the building. You're going to have to turn around here. Can you take a loan in hardcore? Yes, absolutely. All this does work in hardcore. In fact, my last live stream, we did a bit of a hardcore playthrough on this build. And we took out a loan, and I think we might be in trouble because we were trying to pay back that loan, and we're a little upside down. Go ahead and pick up our cash here, just like any other material delivery. Now you're going to notice there are 13 different possible locations to deliver said cash. Show you real quick on the map. There you go. You can scroll in there. A lot in the city, a few out of the city. And I suggest the strategy here is to go for the number of deliveries you can get. So you're trying to deliver more often to get higher reputation quicker. Oh, I ran that red light, sorry. For interest of time though, I'm just going to go ahead and deliver it all to the mall here. Go ahead and hop over here. And here we are, deliver it just like any other delivery. Drop it off. We're going to drop off all of it. The mall can hold a lot of cash, or request a lot of cash. So there you go. We made a whopping $265. Would have been $530, but you know, the organization cut, and that does improve the more you do it. But again, the whole point here: increase your reputation. Over time, when you get to the next levels, you will have a better increase in your, I guess, in your cap for loans and a better interest rate. Okay, man, I've been going a mile a minute. How are you guys doing? Are you soaking it all in? Justin says, I love the money truck work. It feels just like a job. Just go to work and return the truck and clock out. Right? Isn't it? It's kind of the vibe we were going for. Look that we successfully paid a bank loan as well. Go ahead and return this. I knew the light would turn right when I got to it. Up, and you would stop. Sorry, I'm a terrible driver. Here we go. Go over and park. Wait, we don't have a park. All right. You should have an option to steal the money, but the cops are way harder to get away from. That would be pretty funny, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty cool. Make a U-turn here. Whoops. All right, there we go. Okay, so speaking of jobs, there is another job that we've added that I really had. This is probably one of the things I've had the most fun testing. I don't know why. I just had a great time. We're going to go this way because now the police are chasing us, and I want to kind of get away. So we've reworked slightly how the player plays as a cop. So you can still get a vehicle and have it be a dedicated cop car by certifying it. You can still go to purchase a vehicle from the police dealership, and that'll automatically have the police roll. Or if you don't want to put any of your vehicles on the line, you can loan a police car and play as a cop that way. So we're going to try to hide in the police station while the police are looking for us. We may or may not get away. And I'm also going to park this super carefully. Maybe we'll back it in, actually. Perfect. Right there. Go ahead and hop out. Sure, we'll get away. They'll never find us. Gonna wait for them to lose interest in us. There we go. You need robbers with a chance to get robbed by AI. That would be hilarious. I love that. So we go to the police station here. You now have a bunch of loaner vehicles. Oh, appreciate it, Blackhawk, for the $5 super chat. Here's the first $5 for career multiplayer. Since your comment about if you had $1 for every time someone had asked. That's too funny. Appreciate it, Blackhawk. Hopefully one day. Okay, so we still have our old loaner vehicle on the books here. We're going to return that. Here we go. Perfect. Let's go ahead and rent out a police car. Not rent out, loan out a police car. There we go. So these vehicles will automatically have the police roll. Again, this is not your vehicle. You do not have to pay for damages. However, you want to avoid a reputation, what do you call it? Reputation decrease, I guess. You want to return your cop car in pristine condition. If you return it wrecked, like this guy in front of us, you'll lose a little rep. It's pretty generous, though. You know, as long as you're doing about 2 or 3 takedowns before returning your cop car, you should be in the positive as far as reputation. And as you gain levels in that reputation, it will your rewards will be higher, as well as the loan percentage, or yeah, the loan organization percentage will be decreased. So they'll take less from you when you make an arrest. We're gonna stop here, my favorite spot. I don't know why. It just this feels like it'd be the perfect spot for a cop, just to hang out, you know, eat a snack, eat some donuts, have a little meal. I've done it in real life where I just park it here, get some food, kind of eat while watching the screen, and wait for people to roll by that we are after. Wait for the suspects to appear. What happened to the Joe's Junk mod? Yeah, so that is now a standalone. So go look for Joe's Junk mod on the BeamNG webpage and download it directly from there. I just follow as a cop. They always crash on their own at some point. Absolutely. So we got a Hiroshi Sunburst fleeing from us. I'm not sure where, though. I hear the sirens off to our right. Actually, I think it's this guy right here. Look at this guy. Red Sunburst. Where do you think you're going, bud? No, no, nope, 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 nope. Pull it over. Out of the car. Hands. Hands. Show me your hands. There we go. So suspects were under arrest. We made $2,500 from that. Being a cop is extremely lucrative, especially in the high levels. There's, I think, 5 levels to get to, and I'll be honest, I've never been to the highest level, and I don't know if anybody will get to the highest level. And so I made the reward for that, the reward multiplier, extremely high. So consider yourself retired if you make it to the high level of a police officer in the game. Clown, I can't say that. Yeah, you just hit 30 hours on your current playthrough. Holy cow, impressive. This all is compatible with your previous playthroughs, at least it should be. It has been for us. This Pesma right here. I'm gonna take him down. However, understand too, depending on what kind of insurance you have on those vehicles, when you log in, you may have an extremely high insurance bill. You might want to go through your fleet of vehicles and modify which ones have insurance, what kind of insurance coverage they have. Else you'll be paying a lot every 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, depending what you're set up for. So typically AI will end up wrecking on themselves. There we go. So you don't have to damage your car. You do need to watch out for police behind you. Okay. Sometimes they are in full kill mode. If you're in the way, they do not care. So, also, the faster you make the arrest, the more money you will make. No longer is it, you can kind of milk it and just take your time. You want to take them down quicker for a higher reward. Let me try to squeeze in here. Put the lights on. Sorry, that mirror was illegal. Look at all these illegal side mirrors. Here we go. We're going to return our cop car here. There we go. Go ahead and park it. Now, let's go ahead and hop in our Mistral here. So, lots of damage here. It's okay. We have a free tow. Let's go and tow back. I want to show you the insurance system. After you have an accident like this and you need to get a repair, go over here, use computer, and we go to repairs. So it looks like we did not total our vehicle, thankfully, but we did do a significant amount of damage. Go to repair here. Oh, no, they are totaling it out. Maybe because we're at the 50%. So here's a case where there's too much damage. They're not going to repair it. It's not worth it. So they are going to offer to pay us out and give us $6,500. We can sell it just like that, or we can go through private repair, and it will cost us $6,000, and it'll take us 8 minutes. So this is a case where, depending on your insurance, there's a lot of strategy involved here, right? There is less of a if you're the type of player that constantly wrecks a lot and does a lot of damage on their expensive cars, it will be more expensive to fix and especially more expensive to keep, as if you start totaling out your vehicles, your only options here are either private repair or total it out. You can still end up keeping it, but it's going to cost you some time and some money. We're going to just go ahead and do the payout. We're going to sell it. Thankfully, we still have our backup vehicle here. For some reason, it has our Grand Marshal still here as well. I guess we could probably deliver it to a garage. It's not ours. It says it's not owned, so we really can't do anything to it. Go ahead and pull this out. And I think there's a way, actually. Is it go to map? The way to return your loaned vehicle. That's where the vehicle is. I can't remember where. Either way. Yeah, here's our updated, or I guess fixed car. Remember, we went through private repair, so honestly, it kind of looks a little better. We paint match the rest. I'm going to take a look at it here. So now, because we also did our private repair, the value did go up because we put newer parts in. That's just how things are calculated. But you cannot change your insurance after you've had an accident. You can only change your insurance after you don't. It looks like you do pay insurance on loaned vehicles, maybe? You might need to look into that. I'm not sure. That seems odd. That might not be happening at all. It just might be showing up. Or it might be happening. Let's go ahead and get insurance on here. We can make this switch. We'll just do the basic. So now you can see here our total cost. Yeah, it gives you a total cost per minute, effectively, or per segment of minute. And yeah, break it down across your different insurances that you'll end up getting, like Prestige and such. There you go. Paint match it orange to make it. That's a good idea, actually. Let's go and paint that. Let's go ahead and do a nice no texture orange. Add a little more red. Maybe something like this. There it is. I don't know what you mean by no texture. That's funny. That is kind of the lowdown of some of the big updates we did. Now let me go through the list to make sure I didn't miss anything. So, all right, we talked about the big changes for this new police system. We talked about the loan system. We talked about the cash deliveries. We did an insurance makeover. We did shopping improvements. We added the Loan Phone app. We did other visual upgrades like thumbnails and better level indicators on the dealerships. Some money economy changes. We updated prices in the Joe's Junk and other online dealerships. That's true. We balanced rewards. So there was a, you could say off-road racing received a buff in rewards. And some road racing stuff received a bit of a nerf. Just to, you know, with the new insurance, that risk reward, if you're causing 7K of damage to your car, that's going to be a lot more impactful right now with the insurance. And that typically happens with your off-road racing. We added a new bank. I thought there was an Easter egg, but he's going ahead and talking about it. I guess, should we... He said in the notes, so maybe we're not keeping it a secret anymore. I don't think it was a secret actually during the beta either. But one of the other banks is Salmon's bank. And the only way to unlock bank loans from Salmon is selling cars to Salmon. So if you got the money and you want to just toss your cars, you know, eventually you unlock stuff through that. So it's pretty funny, pretty clever. It's you think about it, Salmon has a lot of money with how good of deals he makes, so he can loan it out. Delivery updates. We fixed multiple delivery issues. You should no longer have issues when delivering to multiple locations. I've said that a couple times. So that's why I'm hesitant. It should be worked out and fixed now. We talked about bank deliveries and cleaner destinations. What the Lua? Inventory attempts. Get part collection. I think... yeah. So it's trying to do insurance on our loaned vehicle. Interesting. That had not been an issue prior to the update, so... can we... It is treating... It's treating our loaned vehicle like our own car. We might, I don't know if we'll release a hotfix for that, or if that is just because we left a loaned vehicle out and about, because it didn't do it with the MD series. Very interesting. We'll have to take a look at that. Racing updates. We went through all the checkpoints on all the tracks, because in essence the FRE system was it's been updated thoroughly ever since we created the very first FRE events here. So I went through and completely refreshed everything, brought it up to the modern systems that we use. And so if you've played events where the checkpoints were kind of wonky or it didn't seem right, that should all be fixed now. Let's see. We adjusted some of the rewards and difficulty for those as well. And again, there are just new thumbnails absolutely everywhere. I think almost every thumbnail at this point. We have all these dealership thumbnails. The gas station is getting its new ones. That beautiful dealership. Oh, so good. And hopefully, too, the thumbnails really show the like what the dealership is all about. It's like Jefferson's here. It's all about classic cars. That was probably a big adjustment, too. It was a complete rebalance for dealerships. And so Jefferson's is one that instead of just being American custom cars, it is now classic cars. And the more you level it up, the older the cars will get. So we did a lot of bug fixes and improvements. Fixed tons of shopping, marketplace, and delivery bugs. We have better error handling and stability, cleaner code and improved performance. Fixed dealer images not showing on the map. Resolved insurance and loan calculation issues. And probably much more. And then there's a few balanced changes. Let's see. Adjusted material weights and vehicle weights, fine-tuned police rewards and reputation system, and updated minimum prices for private sellers. So that's basically it. That's what we did in the last month. Super cool. Really excited. It's weird as we're making this. It's a weird paradox of I'm making it and then I get excited to play, and as soon as I start playing, I start making something else for it and making adjustments. And I don't know. Overall, our project has just been an absolute pleasure to work on, and I've really enjoyed it. And this is, I always say this, but this is just the beginning. It's still the beginning. So, thanks so much for watching. This is a shorter stream. I got some things I got to get to, but like I said, the link is working. You can update to the newest version. I will update the BeamNG forum page here in just a bit with the latest information. And if you have any questions or concerns or issues, feel free to join the Discord. Talk about it. There's plenty of spots to talk about suggestions and bugs and such like that. And there's just a huge community of now over 7,000 Discord members that are around helping to, get people's mods updated correctly and into the right folders, all that fun stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Have fun. Let us know how it goes. Post lots of pictures. I always enjoy seeing pictures of people playing career mode. It oftentimes encourages me to get to the computer a little faster and work on stuff when I see people's cool garages or whatever they're doing. So, yeah, thanks so much and enjoy your weekend. See you next time.